is no longer a spectator sport, make sure you get with CoachRecruitMe.com and find a place for your son to play sports at. Now, what I want to make sure you guys understand, today's show is sponsored by Keen Water. Keen Water. It's sponsored. They're going to be sponsoring this group of people that I have coming in. Their son was one of the more elite running backs in the country. Actually, he was the #1 running back in the country, 5-star athlete, freshman All-American at the University of Texas at Austin. His name is Cedric Baxter Jr., and I want to bring to the table Mr. and Mrs. Baxter. How y'all doing today?
All right, thanks for having me.
Oh, let me rephrase that. I have Cedric Baxter and Latoya. How are you doing today, Latoya?
Baxter.
You told me just to go Latoya, like Janet, Janet Jackson, But anyway, this is my family, y'all. So excuse it may get a little rough in here. But I want to make sure that everyone understands they've done a tremendous job with not just saying with all their children. They have a good, respectful family, and Miss Latoya can't cook, and Sad is my dog. So while I got everybody here, tell the people a little bit about yourselves, and because y'all got to tell them where you from, because that's y'all thing. So tell them a little bit about yourselves, and then I'll get into the show in a second.
We from South Florida.
Wait, what part?
Beach, to be exactly.
Delray Beach.
Because I made the mistake. Y'all from Miami?
Not at all.
And they corrected me real quick.
Nothing against them.
Nothing against them. Now, what's the place that you supposed to go eat? Like the spot that y'all tell me I'm supposed to go eat the good food?
Bud's chicken and
So next time I go down, I'm going to get some of that. So
no, because last time I brought you something, you never came to get it.
You didn't tell me.
I did. You say I'll be there. We'll talk about it another day. That's not what
we can talk about it now because I don't recall. No. I don't recall myself never. But you know what? Since someone in this room had a birthday recently, we're gonna let that slide. But did you enjoy your birthday? That's the quick question.
Yes, I did.
You had a good time?
Yes, I did.
Good. So what we're gonna talk about a little bit today is recruitment. Like you guys went through a recruitment that, like no other. Mm-hmm. Your son was probably one of the highest ranked kids that came through Orlando in the last, since probably Clinton Dix and those guys. So tell the people a little bit about the recruiting process for you guys as a family, and and how it weighed on you, and what you liked about it, what you didn't like about it, and how coaches interacted with you.
So,
we enjoyed it, but it was stressful.
Yeah, it's stressful on the kid. Very stressful on the parent. Just trying to help your kid navigate, how to recognize when somebody being truthful about what they're saying,
right?
And who just kicking the boo-boo, calls all times of the night, and coaches not even contacting your parent, just talking to the kid. I ain't gonna say the coach's name, but yeah, it's real stressful. There was times when CJ would just go in his room 3 or 4 days and don't even go to school. Just
turn
do everything on the laptop, turn his phone off. You might see him go get something to eat, go take a shower, that'd be it. Even shoot the day of Saturday, he didn't know what he was gonna do. So it's real stressful.
Well, it's obvious that he signed with Texas, but tell the people a little bit about some of the other schools they were pursuing, during that time frame.
Florida State, Miami, Alabama,
USC,
yeah,
Georgia,
UCF,
right,
Georgia, but I think Florida State, Texas,
Miami.
Those were like the hot. Those were the schools that were like.
Yeah.
They really had them.
Well, I know this answer, but most people don't know. So what prompted CJ to choose the University of Texas?
Well, I tell people all the time, if it was about the money, the NIL, it would have been Florida State.
Not necessarily. It would have been a lot of different.
It would have been somewhere besides Texas.
Yeah, absolutely.
If it was about the money. But we built a great relationship with Coach Tashard Choice, the running back coach at Texas. Like from when CJ was in 9th grade.
Mm-hmm. When Coach Choice was at Georgia Tech.
He was at Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
He left Georgia Tech, went to USC. Was there for a week. They offered CJ, and when he left USC with the Texas, he offered him. As soon as he got that, was his first offer at Texas. Mm-hmm. And just building that relationship with Choice. We built some relationships with other coaches, but I don't think none of them was as genuine as with Coach Choice.
Yeah, I mean, that always is kind of special for me because I remember, us when we first met. CJ was we first talked on the phone. Mm-hmm. CJ wasn't CJ Baxter.
He was in
right
like 5th, 6th grade.
Yeah, he was in 7th grade. Mm-hmm. But then we came back and talked again. He was in 9th grade, and I knew he was playing varsity. You know, generally speaking, he was 9th grade playing varsity, and that was a hell of a team. Mm-hmm. It wasn't like they had some studs on that team. That's the first time y'all went to state, and they really should have won state that year. But we were talking, and I told you then, I said, man, he gonna be, and you like, man, you ain't. I say, man, he gonna be good. Remember I told you about making sure his grades and getting him ready to go to school early, because I knew he was gonna be good. And Choice called me and said, man, is there somebody to show you how God worked? Choice called and was like, hey, is there any young kids? And I say, man, go check out this guy over there. And that's when the boy didn't play that game, and your boy went out there and ran for 143.
Okay, yeah.
His freshman. And Choice like, man, you ain't tell me. You know, Choice is.
That was against Ocala.
Yeah, they don't know how real. Like, if they knew Choice, they would know how real he is. Mm-hmm. So, you know, it was, that was good. And like I say, for me, it's always good to see kids go to a school where you know that coach cares about it.
I can pick up the phone and call Choice.
Ain't nothing changed.
What time it is.
Ain't nothing changed.
Because he'll call me, hey, CJ doing this, just what's going on. And that's one of the big things we was concerned about as part of his recruitment. That's my oldest son, so I was always like, you know, then part of the recruitment is coaches leave.
Correct.
You know, they got to do what's best for them. So part of the recruitment, you know, we was like, well, how long you think he's going to be here? Can you give him at least 2 years?
Right.
Choice, I give him 2 years.
And you know his word. You know his word is bond. Like, and you know, y'all pretty fortunate though. You know, y'all had some. You know, and there were some coaches that probably weren't as good as Choice, I would say. And you know, that's something that if y'all could share with the parents. How do y'all figure out? You know, if the coach is legit? Is it like a feeling? Is it some like questions that you have? How did y'all kind of narrow that down? Like, hey, this coach here is kind of legit.
With some of them, you have to get them out of their element. Like, on the phone, they going to tell you whatever.
Right.
At the school, they going to tell you whatever. When they come to your house, it's different because it's just you and them. Like, they don't have the staff and all of that. Like, with Coach Choice, he came to the house, he ate. The younger boys, he loves them.
Right.
So, like, it was different with him. Same thing with Coach Stark. Like, when all of them came to the house, it was like you could tell these people are genuine.
Right.
Then you got those coaches, when you go to those schools, they just like, yeah. He gonna play. He gonna do this.
Right.
They never promised us that CJ was gonna play. That was never a thing.
Actually, when we went to his, I think that was unofficial. We went to Texas. Choice put his board up.
Yeah.
CJ was like 3rd or 4th on his board.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as like, not his recruiting board, as far as like if he was to come there,
right.
where he would probably be on the depth chart.
Right.
Yeah, CJ 3rd or 4th. Like, I ain't getting him nothing.
No, we know that.
Some of them schools, those coaches was like, he come here, he gonna start as a freshman. Mm-hmm. He gonna be our feature back, like, and you know that's not true because you got these boys that's been here. They more advanced. They more, you know, they been here, so they know the plays. They know everything. So like with CJ, it was that with Choice, I should say with CJ, it was different.
See, that was the most, you know, part of the Choice was big on, not just Choice. I don't know if I can say coach's names.
Yeah, you can.
Coach Florida State running back coach.
Oh, you talking about hold on.
Yak.
Coach Yak. Coach Yak is now. I was gonna bring that up too because he legit.
I actually love Coach Yak and Norvell.
Mm-hmm. They real people too.
Yeah,
I agree
absolutely.
with
that. Yak, Choice, even Gillespie.
Mm-hmm.
They was all big on what did CJ want to major in, what did he want to do after football. And it was big for me because Gillespie and Choice played ball, pro ball. So it was more of, you know, I'm gonna develop you here, but I want to help you get ready for what's after it too.
Right.
So that kind of went into it too.
Shout out to Rob G. That's one of my guys too. And Yak is. I was just going to say that Yak is as solid as they come. And just like, and I've told you this. Yak has literally asked me how Ced is doing. And that's not normal because all them other coaches that were calling me every 5 minutes, they only Yak and the dude from Florida that asked me how he, and Rob G too, but they were asking, hey, how's he doing? Which that don't happen too often. So you kind of brought something up too.
You know who else asked about him?
Who that?
The one from Arkansas.
Oh yeah. He's solid too.
Yeah.
He just went to TCU.
Now,
Yeah, he's as solid as they come.
Yeah.
Like Coach Jimmy. Jimmy is one of the solidest coaches I know. And as a parent, you want to be able to send your kid off to a school where you know that the coach is going to care about you.
Because I was like, I don't need you to be his daddy. He got a daddy. I don't need you to be his daddy. But he can come to you.
Because he's going to come to you anyway. Just like Assad will go talk to you. CJ will come and talk to me. That's just how it go. Like when you their daddy, no matter what, because we go through it, they always want to talk about our clothes, our hair. We was nothing.
Yeah, they say I wear jorts.
Right.
I'm like, what is that? They say if your jeans go past your knee.
Right.
Mine like barely go past my knee, but they say that's too long.
They got all these critiques for like I told Assad, he gonna tell me I'm so ugly, but I got your mama. I mean, like I'm like, bro, like, golly, man, what you said about your mama did, But y'all brought it up too. I know a lot of people talked about things other than football. So NIL is real popular right now. Like you said, had it been just about the money, you would have went. There was quite a few other places that offer more money, and that's and honestly, that's something that I tell parents all the time. And we kind of went through it. Like I would tell Ced, know where you want to go. Like don't let the money determine where like that. Now, once you know where you want to go, it's business. You're going to negotiate, and you're going to try to do all that. Yeah. But at the end of the day, because dudes was offering some money that I'm telling you, they was offering money where I was sitting there going, I know I told this boy. I know I told this boy, hey, man, don't let it be about the money.
But
you
what's
sure?
crazy? I was in the barbershop, and somebody say, man, hey, man, they always know I'm at work.
Right.
Man, you still working? Man, I heard CJ got $2 million. Man, don't believe everything.
Yeah, bro. That's the thing. I done heard it all. People come to me, man, how much? Now, I'm not trying to be funny. It may could have got to that point like over 2 to 3 years, to be honest. I mean, let's get because I know that there was some numbers out there that ain't that far off. I mean, like, if we talk about for 1 year.
But like you told him, if the money wasn't there, would you still want to play for these coaches?
Correct.
That's the most important thing.
I'm telling you, it was hard for me because when that school came down and they offered, I really wanted to call CJ myself and be like, look, man, I know what I told you, but man, don't listen to what I said. I took all I could not to do it, but I had to stand on what I believe in.
Yeah, but you helped us a lot with that recruitment as far as even your relationship with a lot of the coaches, because we didn't know nothing.
Yeah, AG know everybody,
and you knew everybody. Wow. So anybody out there that think AD don't know what he's talking about, he know what he's talking about
for sure.
So now, my thing is I don't want nobody taking advantage of y'all. Like, because we've been through that. We've been through that, and
well, that's part of the next. So.
Right. So we'll go to it. Now we talking NIL. Now we talking, because I think I'll let y'all explain what is the difference between, because everybody just associates NIL with everything. So what is it? Because there is a difference between collective and NIL. And maybe y'all can explain to everybody what the difference is.
So the collective that's the money that they're getting from the school, whether it be from boosters or whoever. It gets a big pot.
But it's not just given to them.
It's not just given to them. There's things they have to do. They have to
community service,
sign
autographs,
volunteer, autographs, meet and greets.
Right.
It's all kind of stuff they got to do. Cause I think CJ was doing one every week at one point.
Yeah.
And the NIL that's the brand stuff. Like
that's when you got your C4 Energy or
Pepsi
or whatever the case may be, whoever.
That's the NIL. So even with the NIL, you still have to. they can't just give you that stuff and you just post on Facebook or Instagram. You still have to go do meet and greets and.
Oh yeah.
But bottom line, everything got to go through compliance.
Period.
Any contract they sign, any endorsement deal, whatever, it's all got to go through compliance. Because compliance can say,
can't do it.
That's too much money. Like, why you paying them all this money for one
right.
appearance?
For one appearance, you're going to give them $500,000.
Yeah.
Which is
and
crazy.
the thing is, they won't allow that to happen because then it sets back their program.
Mm-hmm.
And what I wanted to make sure that people hear is because the collective piece is kind of, it is what it is. You can negotiate with them. I mean, we know that because, like I said, it went from here to here. And it could have went even higher.
But even still, we still kind of find out that, it's a kind of a baseline, almost like the NFL pay scale.
Yeah. Well, they know.
If you're a top player at your position, you're going.
Or if you're a 5-star. This is where the difference comes. People don't understand because they always talk about the stars ain't important.
It is.
It's important when it comes. Now it is for
as far as collective and NIL.
Yeah, because the collectives are paying you if you're a 5-star.
Based off that.
Yeah,
but
like
you
seriously.
don't tell these kids that they're not worth something because they're a 3-star.
No. But
at the same time,
right.
like your stars do matter.
He's saying that we used to say just because you're a 3-star, 2-star don't mean you won't go to this school or be make it to the league or whatever. But now with the collective,
that still doesn't change that piece. That doesn't change that piece.
But with the collective NIL stuff, that kind of
makes a difference.
Determines how much money.
Like
the
if you're the same player, if you're a 3-star versus you're a 5-star, they're gonna pay that. You're gonna get 5-star money.
Right,
it's different. So you're like, honestly, if you're a 5-star, you probably can eat off that money for a little bit longer than anything else.
Yeah.
So, but we had a situation, and this is something else that the one thing I did know, because, this whole NIL that's always new. Mm-hmm. That's what people fail to realize. Mm-hmm. It was like,
and it's changed.
It's changing from right. But one thing that I want to make sure parents know, because we talked about this all the time, is that you have to do non-exclusive deals.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
And maybe I'll let y'all explain that what non-exclusive deals mean.
So with the non-exclusive deals, it's like you can have what you mean with like an agent or
because when you go to the agent, they're gonna make you sign
so like non-exclusive with an agent, you don't want an exclusive deal with an agent because that means they're the only person that can
not
go
an agent, marketing company.
A marketing company. You don't want that to be exclusive because that means they're the only person that can go out there and market you, try to get you deals or your athlete deals.
Because basically you can miss a deal.
Right, because if they feel like they're not going to get paid a certain amount from it or the child's not going to make enough from it, then they'll pass on it. But with the non-exclusive, that means you pretty much can work with whoever you want to. Sometimes in your contract with the first marketing company, it may say like, you have to bring us the deal that you get with, say, AG got it. So bring it to us. Let us read the contract. They can't tell you if you can or can't sign it because you have non-exclusive.
Right. Sometimes they want you to do that just to make sure you're not getting screwed.
Yeah.
But the thing if they're legit.
If they're legit now.
But also
don't get it twisted because some of them will use
we did at the beginning. We met this guy 3-4 times.
Oh, and it was almost like a sales, like it was like a recruiting job. They did a tremendous job now. And they was there every step of the way.
Yeah.
They you just knew that it was gonna be legit.
Until the check.
So a lot of it is gonna be some learning curves.
Yeah, but now we know.
Yeah.
Now so and the other thing about non-exclusive,
we
that
can't
people
look at it as a loss. It's a
lesson. And the other thing people don't understand too is, like when you're doing these deals, if you, let's say, like you have the deal and I'm coming in, I can't like the kid in Florida that got messed up. He signed that deal, and in that deal he has to pay like his agent, like the marketing company, all his money for perpetuity. So he has to get him 20% of whatever he gets. That's not just the marketing deal. If he gets like his contract in NFL, he had to give them 20%. And so it's very important. Like I tell people, bare minimum, just like with, like anytime I get something, I give it to Charles Emmanuel. I give it to him because he's a lawyer. let him read over it and make sure that it's legit before I even give it to y'all. Because we not doing that, you know. And that's what people don't understand. Like when this paperwork come in, it's really, really important.
Absolutely.
That you look at it and have someone look at it that you trust. Because, you know, people are taking advantage of you. It's unfortunate,
right?
But we kind of went through it firsthand.
Yeah, absolutely.
They flash these cars, and jewelry, and we can do this, we can do that. And a lot of these kids don't come from nothing.
We had that conversation before.
You know, I've been working for, I can't tell you how long.
Right.
So, you know, see, my kids, they done have stuff, but to have all the diamond stuff and I can go buy this car whenever I feel like it. Them kids gonna bite. And it ain't not so much the kid, the parents. They gonna bite.
That's one thing too that I've seen. A lot of parents have. They'll almost. And one thing I admire about y'all ain't. Like nobody could ever tell me y'all pimp y'all child. You know, like you know, like we had a conversation. You know, I will say this: you definitely have no problem telling him you don't want none of his money. And like you know,
AG, his favorite thing to say is, "I work every day of my life.
That part.
I don't need nothing from you. I work
he
every
gonna
day."
throw it, and I with him though.
Tell him that.
I with him, and like CJ know, like this a damn shame. We go get something to eat. When you know, because if I come in the text, I'm gonna feed him. You know that already. But he be wanting to buy me something. I'm like, nope. Because he's still a little CJ to me. Like, I don't want nothing from him, you know. But there have been some parents out there that's giving their kids to certain guys just so they can get some bread. So, you know, so I commend you guys for that. It was something else I wanted to talk to you about before I let y'all go. It was camp. One thing that I admire about CJ, he's always wanted to give back to his community. Even before this, like he was going to elementary schools reading, doing stuff that, you know. And one thing too, I'll say this in front of y'all. There's not a person in Texas. You know, y'all know I'm from Texas. So I'm very familiar with the program. I know a lot of people there. My buddy Rick is over there. So they love CJ in Texas. I'm talking about if CJ stays in Texas and graduates, I don't know what he's going to be doing in life, but he's going to be doing well because they love him there. And that's a compliment to you guys. But he's always big about the community. So tell the little people about the camp he's going to have coming up. Why he's having the camp, and you know if there's like, where would you want them to contact if they want to help out?
You got it.
The camp will be Saturday, May 18th. It's gonna be at Edgewater High School.
It's the second annual.
If you want to donate or be a sponsor, you can contact me. I don't know if I should give my number.
No. Hey, inbox me. Inbox me on Facebook, and I'll make sure that you get it. Yeah, I'll make sure you get to it. Yeah, because I can see now what we not gonna do is some woman to hit this man up and talk about boy. I'm telling you, my sister over there don't play. So let's make sure that we understand that.
That's not true. Don't do that.
Well,
don't do that because they calling about.
But if they better. That's all I'm saying. They better not throw nothing else extra in. That's because you and my wife look at her now. Now they will get their Vaseline hands and all that. Because one thing you and my wife have in common.
I'm not breaking my nails for nobody.
But, before I forget,
don't promote violence, okay?
Okay, but one thing you and my wife have in common is that y'all both have children born on. Your second child was both born on the same day.
Yep, June 28th.
And so so my daughter Asian said they call themselves twins.
Twins.
Yeah. So give us a little bit more about the camp. What inspired CJ to do the camp?
I think he just want to see that next wave come through. By the way, the camp free. You got to pay for nothing.
Nothing.
All you got to do is register.
All you got to do is register and show up. Even if you don't register and show up.
Yeah, we'll make sure the kids.
Nobody's turned away.
Yeah, nobody turned away.
We want to, but please register if you can so that we can have these T-shirts and stuff together.
Right.
I will put all that information out. We'll put it underneath here so they'll know where to go register. So we'll get all that together because we definitely want to make sure that that's good.
And he has an age limit on the camp, but I mean, it's gonna be little boys that want to come, little girls. We're not gonna turn them away at all.
Last year
we had some little ones.
Yeah, we tried to do a bounce house last year for the little ones, but
little dude this big had on a big old T-shirt.
Yep.
He was so cute.
If they want to come, let them come. That's
And we had food. We had everything.
We have food, drinks. Face painting. We have the Kona ice, pizza. They come out, have fun.
And hey, if you like to donate, if you like to come and volunteer, make sure you just get a hold of me and stuff like that.
Or
any coaches that want to volunteer, just we'll get that going.
Hey, Big Said, like you on Facebook, tell the people your Facebook handle, or you got a Twitter or something that they can reach out if they need you.
Facebook is just Cedric Baxter.
All right, and if you on this show, then heck, you know how to get a hold of me. So if is there anything you would like to tell parents of up and coming kids? Because y'all situation was a little different, and we talked about this the other day about some other kids. Y'all in that 1%er, but a lot of kids don't have that opportunity. Like said is 6'2", 220, run a 4.4. He's different. But a lot of kids, which a lot of them are your son's friends, they still looking for homes because everybody's recruitment is different.
You gotta make sure these kids got the grades before anything
stay out of trouble.
Before anything else, because the kid we talked about, he a dog.
He play,
but what did he say? He had a 2.5. 2.5. He a dog.
He play. So he been start on varsity for 4 years.
4 years,
and even like the ones that's in middle school getting ready for high school. When they get to high school,
I used to tell CJ, even
in
middle school, when you get to high school, I know he wanted to play ball, keep it 3.5. And my thing with CJ was, I didn't take his phones, I didn't take his game system, I took football. Doing something he wasn't supposed to do, I took football. So if you get under 3.5, you can't play.
Can't play.
And that was my thing with CJ.
We had that conversation.
He wasn't no bad kid.
He did not say that he was a bad kid. He just said...
I took what he loved.
Yeah, we had that conversation because, that's what parents don't understand. That's what you have to do because, you got to take what they love because other than that, they're going to do whatever they want to do.
I ain't have to whoop him. I take Duke. I call Coach Duke.
Just put him in the headlock.
He can't play first quarter, first whatever.
Yeah. And to Duke's credit, he would do it. Right. Duke would have done it.
He would have done it. Yeah.
He's a good kid. Like I tell all parents, the most important thing you can do for your kid is give him a foundation. And you guys did a tremendous job of that.
Thank
and
you.
He's a very humble kid. I mean, the first time I met Miss Latoya, I took him all on the trip. And she was there, man, like 30 minutes before he arrived, which my wife found it abnormal because normally people don't show up till
I was 30 there an hour before.
I'm trying to tell you, she was there waiting for her baby. I told my wife that, I say, she don't play about hers.
Not even that, because that was my first time ever meeting you or your wife. Like, they were always like, oh, he going with AG. And I'm like, well, who is AG? Like, I don't know this man. We not from here. So when I go to y'all house and I walk CJ in, you give me this hug, your wife give me a hug. So I'm like, oh, these people, they might be cool.
And I do have one more announcement.
Good.
CJ doing the 707. I know it's this season over with.
Yeah.
But he will be having the 707 team.
Who's going to coach? You going to coach?
Oh, no, I'm not coaching.
You going to coach?
Oh, no, I'm done 707.
I'm going to do what you did for certified. And
I'm not
just help do stuff.
Yeah, man, I'm done. I won't coach again.
I'm going to be trying to pluck some coaches from
It's not set in stone, but that's what he wants.
He said that's what he want to do. We're going to make it happen.
Yeah. Didn't think he won't.
Hey, he's a good kid. He deserves all that. Everything he can do. So, is there anything else you want to tell the people before we go? Nothing else?
You sure? You don't got nothing to say to the parents about their kids? Let it be your child's decision. That's all I got.
As far as whether he wants to play football or where he wants to go.
Right, absolutely. Don't pressure them into anything.
Because ultimately, they're the ones who got to run the routes. They the one that got to get up at 6 in the morning.
Go to class,
right. They're the one that got to do all that.
I agree. All of that stuff, absolutely. Yeah.
I agree. So you heard it here from the Baxters. Hopefully, you got some information that you could take. If you have any questions, DM me or hit me up, and I'll even ask them, and I'll put it out because it's very important that you get that information out to to up and coming parents, because you want to give back. And with that being said, I'll let you have that water, man. Because we had that kind. He gonna sponsor. Matter of fact,
that's some good water.
We had that water at the
Fiji.
camp last year. Yes.
Oh, no.
Fiji,
Core
ain't got nothing on that water.
Yeah. What we gonna do? Because he's from down your way. But what we gonna do is, I told him he's gonna break down the water. And I'm gonna make sure, because we remember we was over there fighting on them cases. Remember we was over there, we was handing them out, slowing down.
It wasn't that those kids was going for those Gatorades. Tell the truth.
I'm talking about when it was over with.
Oh, when it was over with.
Yeah,
okay.
Oh yeah, we was over there. Hey, we was over there trying, but we had to give a pops one.
Yeah, he came.
Yeah, we had to give one. Mm-hmm. But so we will have King Water. They will be sponsored again. And hey, we appreciate the show. Hopefully you guys learned something. Hey, appreciate you. We'll catch you next week. Next week, the episode will have Elijah Williams from Jones High School. We will be talking to him about recruitment, about J-High, about all that. So we'll see you soon. Peace.
Go Eagles.
See, she said hook him. He talking about go Eagles.